Breaking news, Alejandro Garnacho is going to leave Manchester United, as we all know. But it's definitely confirmed that he will be going this summer, decided by Amorim, the team, the board, and everybody in the surrounding parties. But before we do so, and before we do talk about that, please smash the likes. Now, I'm going to set a like target. And I believe in you guys. If I can get at least 150 to 200 likes on a video, then you guys are amazing. If not, well, we live to see another day. But yes, Garnacho leaving with lots of interest, and I'm going to scream this name pretty much all the way through the video. That's our Gyökeres money, or Gyökeres, if you want to call him that, because that's how you say his name. So, on that notice, we need as much money as possible, and that also means we can get a move on with our summer window, because if you don't know, it's pure profit. 50 million on average could do you wonders in this transfer window, and we definitely do need it. Now, look, before we get on to all of that, I'm going to state this, and I've always maintained this. I'm not Player FC, and the things that Garnacho have done or has done in recent is unforgivable, in my opinion. And everything that surrounds his camp, including maybe certain members that are related to him, no names, has not done him any service. But he's not all to blame. Manchester United as an institution are also to blame of how they've dealt with upcoming young talents. Now, he's definitely a solid talent in world football, and whether that's in the Premier League, I'm not too sure, but the weight of being a Manchester United player at the moment is faring to be a little bit too much, and has 100% been overplayed, and has not exactly gone down to what we believed maybe a couple years ago, or what he could achieve. Whether you like him or not, I think he'll do very, very well in another league. Italy looks like the place for me where he would absolutely go ham and go and score a bunch of goals like Scott McTominay this season, or whoever it may be. I don't believe Spain will be an ideal destination for his current footballing ability. I think he'd get eaten up, but Bundesliga is looking like a destination, and we'll get into what Fabrizio Romano said, as he did state that Leverkusen is one of the teams that are interested in him, but the deal would be very, very difficult. And it makes you wonder, why would it be very difficult? Is it because the amount of money he will cost could be a factor? But I'm going to pretty much put it down to personal terms would be a little bit too much on favoured of Garnacho's side, because he's going to be probably wanting 6 figures per week. Now, with Leverkusen and the Bundesliga, the money of, if you're going to fetch that type of money, yeah, good luck. So they're a proper footballing country and a proper footballing league over there, and they do things well, but I don't think he'll go there. If Ten Hag likes him, he will push for him. So maybe Ten Hag might become the winner once again. Who knows? But yeah, 3 other clubs, which was interesting from the Premier League, are seriously interested in him as well. And I do wonder what clubs they may be. 3? Now, I feel like I can put this down to a few clubs. Chelsea are 100% one of those clubs, and it's been stated way before. So who else may fare for his signature? I'm going to put Spurs down. They need a left winger. It's in London. It might be an ideal location, and we've seen before that Garnacho would ideally like to stay in the Premier League. And we do know that Tottenham do have money. He probably fits the bill of him being young, up and coming. And obviously a new manager might fare with him and say, I could do something with him as well. So I'm going to guess Tottenham. The other team, however, now I feel like we can rule out Arsenal. I don't believe he's Arteta's type of player. We can rule out probably the other top sides. I'll say one more side that might be in for him, and it depends. I'm going to put it down to maybe Aston Villa, but they need to sell. So maybe there could be a deal that goes on there. And beyond that, I'm kind of stuck who might actually like him. If you lot know or have an idea, then share below which clubs are interested in him, because I'm not interested in him. You lot shouldn't be interested in him either. But look, he had such frightening potential when he came through the ranks, and you might think I'm a delude, but we were all singing his name at one point. If you've been to Old Trafford, he done great things, but he should have been the player that should be learning off another player. And that's why I said I feel like Man United have kind of failed him. But favoritism has put him in the side, and relying on a 21-year-old kid or man, he is a man. He's got kids in that these days anyways. So, it's not gone to plan. So, yeah, look, it's not really new news with us. It's funny how I was talking about Garnacho probably being the next one to leave, and then I end the stream, and then before you know it, that news has popped up out of nowhere. What team is going in for him? I need news today, because that is our Gyökeres money. 50 million goes straight on that man. And Mbumo deal can just be done anyways. It's regardless of what's going to happen, it's still going to be done. But Garnacho going is music to my ears. It's not like I'm going to say it again, and I've said it literally just a minute. It's not like it's new news. You know, I don't think he's done us any favours. This year, he's been nothing short of absolutely diabolical. He scored one of the best Premier League goals I've ever seen, though, in terms of the one against Everton. But for me, I don't think he's going to be missed. Now, is this me being too negative or being unfair? I don't think so. And, you know, when he's coming out at the end of the interview with the whole, you know, the Europa League final saying, oh, we've been absolutely basically shite this year, which is true and all that. And also moaning about not his minutes and beyond that. Look, he basically threw Amram under the bus, and it was pretty much all selfish from there. You know, I feel like he was trying to Amram was trying to get given a chance, trying to give him a chance, sorry. And also I feel like he might have been able to potentially develop in that position, but it didn't make sense in the first place. You know, if you're going to play one of these inside 10s or not these lopsided looking 10s where you practically look like a left winger, you know, I don't see the attributes within Garnacho's game to say he can play that role. Loses the ball far too often, turnover merchant. His shooting wasn't exactly clinical. There was a whole compilation of this guy missing chances as well this year alone. You know, it's not being exactly great, is it? You know, his passing's lackluster, head down, 4 touches before he passes the ball, bit too greedy, not really setting up the forwards as much as he could have maybe. Look, there's so many different factors and I'm putting him down, but look, the guy's definitely got a solid technique when he shoots. He's definitely rapid. It's just, I think the Premier League's too strong for him. That's that. Maybe, and again, you know what? It could be just down to he's a part of a crap setup as well, and that would be the argument why he hasn't done so well. But the relationship's torn. You know, the relationship's definitely torn, and he's gonna free up that number 17 shirt. I would like to say that's quite a great shirt at Manchester United, and whoever fills those boots, I don't think it really matters at the end of the day, because it's just there's so much more attacking talent coming in the door that you're gonna forget about this man rather quick. Now it's done. Simple as that. Adios. I just need this money to hurry up and come into the door so we can go and move on as a club as well. And as a fan base. Now, get your comments in below. Remember to smash the likes. Remember to subscribe too. You know, it's difficult to really put a whole article of opinions onto the screen about, you know, Garnacho and his time at United. It's just keeping it short and sweet is probably the best bet. It's best for both parties. And yeah, hopefully he succeeds in his career. Wherever it is, it's just not going to be at, you know, at Manchester United. You know, he won a couple trophies here. You know, fair play. You know, you done your thing. You was pretty much a credit in a couple of those competitions. So yeah, on that notice, we'll see you later. The footballing gods must not love me, because this what I could have been live while this news came out, and you know, I probably could have done a video much later. So yeah, we'll see. Anyways, people, adios. In a bit, love.